Hey, what's up everybody? It's Rick and welcome to a brand new series here for a game called Mutant Year Zero Road to Eden. Before I get started here, let me say thank you to Funcom, the publishers of this game, for providing me with a copy of this. This is a game that actually released last year in early December, but since I took a little bit of a holiday break, I'm here today playing it with you guys in the new year. And full disclosure, I have played a little bit of this game, and I'm glad that I have, because boy is it tough, and I can only imagine the comments, and I'm sure they're still going to be there. Plenty of you guys commenting about how terrible I am at this game. But boy howdy, I had some stuff to learn, so I'm glad that I played a little bit of this. So I'm going in not completely blind, and I'm going to go ahead and load up a new game. With all that information that I just gave, actually not load up, excuse me. I'm going to go ahead and start a new game, and with all that info that I just gave, there's 3 difficulties here: normal, hard, and very hard. I'm not going to mess with hard or very hard. We're going normal. And as far as the Iron Mutant permadeath thing goes, heck to the no. We are not going to do that. No manual save, no autosave after every combat turn. No. That's basically saying, guess what? You can't try over. And I am in no way, shape, or form ready for that kind of thing. We're going to go in normal biz. Somewhere east of the Ark.
Another day, another mission, risking our necks for the Ark. You know, I ask myself, Dux, why are you out here? And...
You know why. The Ark's water pump is broken again, and Hammond said he needs more scrap to fix it.
yeah, well, we'd do it a lot better if he'd sent us somewhere with actual scrap to find.
Why do you have to be so annoying? Come on, we gotta head back before Prep closes for the night.
And these are our 2 intrepid heroes of the game, Dux and Borman. You can switch between the 2 by clicking shift. And this game, it's a tactical RPG, so it's a lot like XCOM, but it is chock full of charm. I love every bit of this game. I love the design, I love the characters, I love the writing, I love this duck man. Dux, our little duck character, reminds me a lot of Howard the Duck. And, you know, part of me likes to pretend that this takes place in the Howard the Duck universe.
What's wrong with you? We're in the zone. Keep your eyes open and...
Mouth shut. Yeah, you only told me that 9,000 times already, Borman.
So in case you guys are wondering what I'm doing, I'm running around this place because what I've come to find is that there is hidden stuff all over this game. Not hidden necessarily, but maybe just scattered is a better way of describing it. So you're going to need to rely on some certain things: scrap, artifacts, and gun parts in order to upgrade and buy things later on in the game. And we'll find these things sort of scattered all around this area. So if you actually look up here, in the top right corner, you can see there we have some scrap, and as a matter of fact, as I pick this up,
We got ourselves some scrap metal,
boom,
Borman.
we got some more scrap.
This is worth a lot of grog back at the Ark.
Next in that list, that's our artifacts. We can trade that with a guy named Prip back at the Ark in order to get some things.
Not just any mutants, stalkers, tight muscles, good meat. I smell it.
And I can sneak.
Stalkers, there's Ark.
You hear these bad guys.
Killing time for Skizzix and Treble. They're close, close. Over there. Come, brother. I'm on their trail.
So I'm sneaking right now. As long as I stay sneaking, they're not going to see me, and you can actually see the radius. That radius, they can see us when we get in there. If I pull back, if I'm not sneaking, that radius expands, you see? So we want to be sneaking. And if we sneak and we activate combat, then we can get a drop on these turkeys. These guys are so close to one another that once I kill one of them, the other one's probably going to catch on to the fact that we're around. But at least I could get advantage on them if I sneak up and then I activate combat. Tactical combat. Combat is turn-based. Each stalker gets 2 action points per turn. 2 action points. Some actions, such as shooting, throwing, or sprinting, will end your turn once used. Okay, so if you're going to shoot, make sure that you use your run first. And so this is what it's saying. It's saying I can move if I want to. I can move, and I want to do that before I shoot, or I can just shoot. And if I go to shoot, I have a 75% chance of hitting him with a 25% chance of critting. If I get a little bit closer, I might have a better shot at him. Will alert the new unit, though, if I move there. So I don't want to move into range. We're just going to say right here, actually, this one shot should kill the Butcher. And I have a silenced weapon. But because I killed him so close to the other enemy, he's on to us now. So the enemy hurt us, but you know what? Borman still has a turn. So I'm going to move Borman. If I move him here, he's still going to be out of range because his weapon doesn't have very good range. In which case, I'm actually going to move Borman back. All right, Borman's going to move back, and then I can have him Overwatch, which means that if the enemy moves within Borman's range, then Borman gets a shot on him. Low cover grants 25% defense bonus. Full cover, 75%. And flanking a cover position will cancel its defensive bonus. That all just makes sense, right? I mean, that makes perfect sense. And I can switch between my characters by hitting tab. So by doing that, I'm actually going to... Oh, but you know what? I have to reload my crossbow after every shot. So that's going to take an AP, reloading. So I have the choice. Do I move or do I reload? And if I move, then I'll have to reload and I won't have a chance to shoot, right? Because that will cost 3 AP. So I'm going to have to reload right now. And then just hope that I have a good enough chance of hitting them. And I have no chance to hit them, actually. So that's kind of a bummer. Do I have any throwables, though? I do have a smoke grenade. So the smoke grenade... Actually, I've never really used a smoke grenade, but I imagine that it's probably going to lower their chance of hitting me. So I'm going to throw the smoke grenade. That's probably going to obstruct their view. And... if I move you up, Borman, you're probably going to be out of range, too, I would imagine. Let me just see. Yeah, blocked by smoke. Okay. Let's end our turn, then. Just by overwatching. Dux gets shot again, but no big deal. We'll finish him off. No, we won't. We missed. Jeez, Borman. You had half a chance of hitting him, and you whiffed it. There we go. Good thing Dux finished him off.
Serves you right.
So I've never used a smoke grenade before. But it does obstruct. I wonder if I use a smoke grenade on myself, it'll give me cover.
They're getting closer to the Ark every day. Something's up, Borman.
So I think that my best bet would probably be to use that smoke grenade between me and the enemy, and that will possibly, like, lower their chances of hitting us. I'll look into the use. Oh my goodness, the Broiler 50. 1 additional crit damage and 50% chance to burn enemies. So this right here is a weapons mod. I can equip that when we get back to the Ark. We'll talk about that a little bit later. And I'm going to explore all the nooks and crannies of this level before we move on, just to make sure I don't have any scrap or weapons parts sitting around the area that I need to grab. Excuse me. I hiccuped there. Oh, and after combat, I need to regroup. Come on, buddy. Get back with it. Found some old tool scraps there. Is there anything else? I feel like there's more stuff around here. There's just bound to be some more stuff around here. And I'm telling you, they put scrap and stuff in every corner. See? Yep. What did I tell you? More scrap right there. Okay. So we could probably keep moving on now. I may have missed 1 or 2 pieces of scrap, but we can always come back later on. And as a matter of fact, coming back later on, let me show you the map. So here's the map, and what's cool about this is that I can just click on an area that I've actually explored already and just instantly quick travel back to that area. So we'll explore that a little bit more in depth. These guys are way above my level.
We better get into ninja mode.
So we're going to need to sneak by these guys.
Flashlight. If we sneak by the water, they won't see us.
And naturally, this is just sort of a tutorial, but since I've played this before, I know all about this. Obviously, they have a red skull above their head. That means that it's too hard. I'll have no chance of beating these guys. I think they're level 55, if I remember correctly. Yeah. And seeing as I'm level 1, yeah, he really would do that.
Too ugly to beat. No one loves a stalker. Give me the stalkers.
These guys are just racist. Just out-and-out racists. Now I'm going to creep close to them in order to get this broken gun. There we go. Anything else near you guys? And you can actually see that there's some stuff. There's a chest actually over there. Holy moly. I wonder what's inside of that chest. There's got to be something good. if a couple 55s are guarding it, but you know what? We'll figure that out later. Come on there, Borman. We're ready to go. Time to boogie on into the next part. So up next, after the Metal Bird, we are in
home, sweet home.
the East Outpost.
I'm gonna kiss
Okay.
that elevator when I see it. Get upstairs, take a bath, get a grog with the boys, get another grog with the boys. Foot massage.
Yeah. Ooh,
it's gonna be
yeah.
great.
Grogs and foot massages. That sounds amazing, actually, all right? I think after I'm done playing this, I'm going to get me some grog. Foot massage, I don't know so much. I don't know anybody who's going to give me a foot massage, but you know what? What if I massage my own feet? You know what? I deserve it. I'm going to give myself a foot massage. It's just not the same when you do it, though, right? Gotta have somebody else do it. How come massages don't feel as good when you're the one giving it to yourself? What do I got here? A broken gun. Weapons parts can be spent to upgrade weapons, and that's what I was talking about earlier. We'll upgrade that stuff once we get back to the Ark. We're a ways off from the Ark. We've got a couple zones to clear out before we get there.
A campsite. Looks like a family lived here. Lived here and died here.
Nothing like a bunch of skeletons to put your mind at ease.
So I just found a medical kit, and items in this game are extremely hard to come by. When I first started this game, I was just sort of firing through medical kits like it wasn't no thing. I was like, oh, I'll get more, but they're actually a pretty finite resource.
There's a cabin up ahead. Definitely feel a ghoul vibe coming off of it.
So we run in, guns blazing?
Too dangerous. If we're sneaky, we can get into a good position. A good position keeps us alive. Turn off your flashlight.
If you are undetected, you can scope out enemy positions and kill isolated weak enemies using your silent weapons. This can tip the balance of a fight in your favor by reducing overall numbers. So that is going to be super important. Another thing about this game, I was just talking about how med kits and certain items are finite. Silent weapons are finite. So I made the mistake of scrapping some silent weapons early in the game thinking, oh, these guns aren't very good, I won't need them. Not realizing that I won't have another chance to get silent weapons. So really think twice before you go scrapping weapons, because
Hungry.
you will not have another chance to find some of them.
Tasty mutants. Love me some mutants. There we go. Rip their hearts. Crush them.
Jeez, man.
Hey.
These ghouls are just so full of hate. Just chill out, guys.
Hungry. Kill.
Go get yourself a Snickers bar or something. You guys are out of your minds. Okay. So I came all the way back here into the corner, and what did I find? I found some scrap. And just like all things in this game where I'm saying that there's a limited number, there's a limited number of scrap too. Scrap is our currency in this game, and it does not come easy. So you really want to take your time and just search all of these areas. If you can't do it immediately because there's enemies around, it's worth it to come back later on and just see if you didn't miss anything. Because I've gotten like 3 hours into this game, come back later to places that I've already visited, places that I thought, oh, I've done a pretty good job picking this place clean, and ended up finding a ton of stuff that I overlooked the first time around. So sometimes it's just worth it to come in with a fresh set of eyes. So I have a butcher over here. He's patrolling the back. He's all alone. I bet you we can take this butcher out. So I bet you one shot from ducks will be good enough to take this jabroni out. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just activate combat right now and see what kind of shot I have. 75% chance. That's a pretty good chance. Boom. That guy's down, and I don't think that we alerted their friend. That's it. We're still stealthed up, and we leveled up. Great. So now we get to talk about our mutation points. You can see right here, eventually Ducks is going to get some wings. And I'm not talking about your typical duck wings. They're going to get crazy moth wings. The mutations in this game are kind of out of this world. Mutation points can be used to unlock powerful combat mutations or to improve your stalker stats such as health and movement range. All right, so let's go ahead and just take... Every time you kill an enemy, they drop items. So make sure that you're pilfering their bodies after you kill them. So now we're just left with 2 enemies. That'll be pretty easy to take out. I doubt that we're going to be able to separate these 2 enemies, but since we did thin their numbers a bit, it'll make it a little bit easier to deal with. So there's one Marauder. Marauders use guns. Butchers, they are melee, so they have to get in your face in order to do damage. I just want to see what the other enemy type is here, because if it's a butcher, then that'll make this fight a little bit easier. It's a hunter, actually. Okay. So Marauders, they shoot. Hunters shoot too, but hunters have range. So I'm going to try to activate combat by hiding us back here first. Here we go. I'm going to actually switch to Borman, hide Borman back here, and then I'm going to switch to Ducks. And Ducks, I'm going to hide you right here, all right? And we're going to try to get this combat going. Take out the hunter first. All right. Hold Q to rotate the camera. Oh. I've never really done that. Oh, I guess I have. You can middle mouse button to do that same thing. You can rotate the cameras, but you can't zoom in. You can scroll the middle mouse, and that'll just elevate you to different levels on the map. But you can't scroll in and out. Okay, so I have a 100% chance of hitting this jabroni, and I'm going to take it. So the orange bar is my crit. So if I do crit this guy, I'll bring him down to 1 HP. Without a crit, I'm going to bring him down to 2 HP. So let's see if I can get a crit.
Yeah.
I didn't get a crit, unfortunately. And does Borman even have a shot here? Out of range. So this range, not very good, as you can tell. I need to get closer if I want to hit. I wonder if I have a 50% chance of hitting from this spot. So if I put him here, Borman has half a chance of hitting. Let's see. Not only did he hit, but he critted as well. Pretty great. And since we're undercover, that's going to give us... We're under half cover right now. That'll give us a 25% defensive bonus. So even if this Marauder shoots at us, the chances of it hitting were pretty low. All right, but he is also taking defense. So I'm going to try to... Well, let's see what my chances of hitting are first off. No ammo equipped. Dux is going to have to shoot from here because the other option was to move, and then I would have to reload. I only have 25% chance of hitting. Let's see what I can do. Ah, whiffed it. Way above. So Duck's crossbow is pretty great, but the downside is I do have to reload after every shot. If I move Borman here, though, I'm going to have a 25% chance. Borman's probably going to get shot, but you know what? That's okay. And Borman misses. Yeah, we're going to have to flank this guy if we want a good chance of hitting him. So this time, let's see if I can't move Ducks in. And, oh, because I moved Ducks and I forgot to reload. That's a little bit of a problem. But you know what? I can move right here and then I'll have a 100% chance of hitting. Because I'm flanking. So let's just go ahead and shoot. There we go. And after every combat, since we're playing on normal, I'm going to heal.
Wasted him.
And we leveled up yet again. All right. So since we've leveled up twice, let's go ahead and
over here.
Take a look at our mutations. So we each have 2 mutation points to spend. Now I could boost our health if I want to, or I can give us a mutation power. Run and gun's pretty good. So sprinting, we can run twice as far, but it's going to take 2 AP. But with run and gun, it's going to allow us to sprint and then use an AP after we sprint. It's a pretty good thing to have. So I'm going to go ahead and get run and gun. And what does Dux have available? Dux has Skullsplitter, 100% chance to crit, but my accuracy is going to drop down to 25%. Again, that's pretty good, and it only costs 1 point. So I may as well get that. And with the other point that I have left over, I can go ahead and boost Duck's health. And I'm going to do that. All right. So now that that's been used, let's go ahead and go back and finish scoping this place out. A strange talking box that hisses at you like a snake when powered on. Sometimes, depending on where it's placed, it will even speak with you with beeps, whistles, or even faint voices. Includes a handy slot on the front for keeping things in.
Look at this beauty. The ancients left a lot of ugly junk behind, but once in a while you see something like this. Wonder what these buttons are for.
I wouldn't touch it if I were you. I'm not kidding around. Lay off the buttons.
What's up your butt?
That's a bomb, all right. They used to call it a boom box. Touch that red button, and it goes boom.
Don't be pretending you know what any of this crap is.
All right, what do we have in the chest? Ah, it's the Gaper. Gas-powered cannon, humorously named after the type of damage it has been known to deliver, launches fat, chunky shells. What the Gaper loses in subtlety, it gains back in power. Can knock back most enemies. The Gaper is pretty great. And last time, I swapped the Gaper out for the weapon that Borman has equipped. So he has a scattergun right now, 5 damage, 8 crit, 15 crit chance, 3 ammo, and 8 range. But this has greater damage, lower crit chance, and lower ammo, but it has greater damage. So I'm going to go ahead and it also can destroy cover and knock back enemies, which is pretty great. I'm going to go ahead and swap that for now. And let's go ahead and roll out now. And once we get to the Ark, we'll be able to upgrade our weapons and give them more power and stuff. So the things like having less crit than his scattergun and less ammo and stuff like that, there are ways that we can level it up so that it has better stats. Part of the charm of this game was, like, when they were describing the boombox, the way that they sort of try to make sense of the past is pretty brilliant. There's a lot of times that they'll come across something and try to make sense out of it.
Of course, the world ends. You did it to us. When the ice melted, you said nothing. When the plague spread, you did nothing. When the nukes dropped, you became nothing. At least that's what the Elder says. But cheer up. You'll be happy to know that despite your mistakes, life remains. In a small settlement high above a raging river, people are living and thriving. We call it the Ark. The Ark is humanity's last outpost, a lonely island in an ocean of chaos. Within these walls, we help each other create a new civilization on the ruins of the old one, with the guidance of our leader, the Elder. The Elder tells us we're safe as long as we never leave, because outside these walls lies the Zone, the never-ending wasteland. A mass grave spanning the planet, littered with your crumbling monuments to your hubris and arrogance. What the Elder chooses not to tell us is our food and water supplies are running dangerously low. That's why he relies on stalkers, adventurers who leave the Ark, explore the Zone, and scavenge for precious resources. Stalkers are tough enough to resist the rot, and they got the smarts and the firepower to keep the Zone ghouls at bay. Stalkers have to be more than human. That's me, Mr. More Than Human, aka a mutant. I look weird to you, but hey, you look weird to me. So let's leave it at that. If the Stalkers come back from the Zone alive, the Ark survives another day. If the Stalkers don't come back, the legacy of mankind will be lost forever. At least, that's what the Elder says.
Mutant Year Zero, there you go. The story of this game is incredible. I talked a little bit about how I like the writing. It's got a really compelling narrative. I try to combine narrative and compelling. Competitive. That's a compelling narrative. But you guys will see as the story unfolds. The characters in this game, the dialogue, there is so much charm to love. Sure, there's some shortcomings too. You'll see when I get into combat.
The elevator's up ahead.
Not everything's perfect, but there is a lot to love about this game. Okay, Ark outskirts. We're almost home. And just like I've been doing, I'm going to sweep back and forth, just looking for scraps and stuff. Ooh, right there. Common scraps. If I remember correctly, I can open this gate. Oh, I need a zone key first. That's right. So we'll come back there. If you look at the map, actually, you can see there's an area here. So it branches off.
Ambush the elevator. We've got to stop them. Let's sneak around and see if there's others.
So once I get that key, I can go ahead and explore that other branch. But I think I get the key once I get to the Ark. Alright. Where do we have some more scrap and stuff? And the scrap and stuff, it does sort of shine. So it's pretty easy to find, especially if your light is off. Sometimes the shimmer of water and stuff can sort of fool you into thinking you're seeing scrap. But most of the time, you should be able to, like these guys over here. I see 2 things shining. Actually, 3 things shining in here. Ooh, we've got a note here. Stalker Clara note. It's a crying shame. With this to barter, Delta would have surely given us the discount she mentioned. So here's the deal. A working spark machine lies to the east of the Iron Serpent, within the scrap ruins. This was one of those devices for burning things together or whatnot. But of course, there's no silver lining without a fucking cloud above it. Them damn ghoul bastards who lurk in the ruins came out and chased us away before we could recover it. Next time, ghouls, we'll get you good. Stalker Clara. So she's talking about a spark machine to the east of the Iron Serpent. That's an area that we're going to get to later. And the spark machine used to burn things together. It must be a welding machine, is what she's talking about. Okay, so we got the note. We got... Oh, that's a fire. I thought that that was scrap. But there is actually something right here. A Molotov. Cool. And then finally, there's a cash register. We can get that. And at long last, this chest as well. What's in the chest? Chests always contain really cool, rare items. It's a snazzy visor. Adds 25% to weapon range. Military-grade tactical visor used in the poker stealth conflict. This stylish piece of headgear reduces glare, granting its wearer a range bonus. So, we've established that Borman's range is pretty shit. So, we're going to equip that on Borman. Here you go, Borman. Yeah, you look pretty snazzy. I like it. Now let's sneak around and see if we can't get the drop on these ghouls. How many are there, and can we separate some of them from the pack? Let's make a wide circle around the area. So far, I don't see any of them, but I know they're there. Oh, there's one. Okay, so we've got a Marauder level 1 all by himself. I bet you Dux can take this guy out. Okay, he's right by another level 1 Marauder, so we don't want to take him out while he's standing too close to the other guy. Let's sort of follow him down this way and see if we can catch him alone. And I think that we will be able to. I didn't see any other guys over here. I bet you we can get him if I stop right here. Dux, I bet you can hit this guy. Oh, yeah, and if you hit them, they'll die. Pretty sure we did that silently. Oh, absolutely. Okay.
Back me up.
So I'm going to go ahead and grab this. You can see that we are split up after every combat, and I have to regroup. That is something that you can do. You can split up, which means that I can sort of put Borman there, and then I can, like, send Duck over here to check stuff out. But honestly, I haven't seen a ton of reason to split up, and I wouldn't suggest splitting up if you absolutely don't need to. It just seems to make the game unnecessarily complicated at times, but I'm sure that there is a reason to split up that I just haven't really figured out. I know that a lot of you guys who love this game will probably have some comments for me, and that's fine. But personally, I haven't found much cause to split up. Okay, I'm going to take out this Marauder, who's also by themselves. That was a crit, man, right in the friggin' head. So now we've split them up pretty good. Now there's only 2 enemies remaining over there. So let's grab the stuff that this guy dropped, and then let's go see if we can't take out these other 2. And with the range increase that we've given Borman, should be pretty easy to take these guys out. Oh, we've got another chest over here. What do we have here? And in this chest we have, ooh, some armor. A stalker vest, gonna give us 1 armor and 2 HP. All right, so right now it looks like Borman has 8 HP, whereas Dux only has 7. You know what, I'm gonna give this to, actually, you know what, Borman is our close range person, more likely to get shot. So actually,
follow me.
I should probably give this to Borman, you know? Even though Borman already has more HP than Dux does. I just feel like the likelihood of them getting shot is probably greater than the likelihood of Dux getting shot. Alright, now that Borman is all loaded up with some awesome stuff, what do we have here? We have a hunter and a butcher. So what I'm going to try to do is take out... Yeah, let's take out the butcher first. Let's take cover. That way we can protect ourselves from the hunter.
Box goes in the ark. We take their food, we take their guns.
I'm going to put us right behind this car.
Too many. Mutants are weak. We kill some fast, we kill some slow.
Here we go.
We kill them all.
And...
We kill them all.
yeah, I think that'll work. That should work. Let's ambush. I think Dux can take out the butcher. No problem. One hit. Yeah. Missed? Oh my god, with a 75% chance to miss. You whiffed it. You whiffed it and the enemy hurt us. Okay. So, I have a 75% chance, though, to hit with Borman. Let's see. Good. We took him out. But now the hunters hurt us, but we've got half
amazing
shelter here. We've got half protection. So the hunter's going to try to take a shot at us, but... Oh, he actually did hit us. But the hunter has excellent, excellent percentage, hit percentage. They got good accuracy. So I'm going to put you right here. I have a 100% chance of hitting from this area, so I'm going to do that. And the Gaper's pretty powerful, so that should actually be able to kill him in one hit. There we go. That fight wasn't so bad now, was it?
Yeah. Sweet takedown.
These two are like the best of friends. Just cheering each other on. 20% added weapon range. So I'll probably equip that to Duck's weapon once we get back to the Ark. And then Dux will have a super long-range weapon. A silent and long-range weapon. That's a pretty great thing to have. Before I exit to the Ark, I'm just going to bop around here real quick and just see if there's anything just that I missed. Any glaring omissions from this level. I already have 112 scrap and 1 artifact. So we'll be able to buy some stuff when we get back. Not to mention 28 gun parts. I will tell you right now, though, in order to level up one weapon, I'm going to need at least 30 gun parts. So it'd be nice to find some extra gun parts. And what do we have here? We found some scrap. Okay, no gun parts. Can I find any gun parts before we take this elevator up to the Ark? So right here, this is our elevator. That's the ride up to the Ark. Let's just sneak around and see here. Anything? Do we have anything? That may be it for now. Maybe, just maybe. Alright, and that's fine. We can actually scrap some guns once we get up there. So I'll do that. That'll give us the parts that we need in order to upgrade a gun.
The Elder meets us at the elevator. He says he doesn't have a second to lose. The mission's too important. Our mission, he says, is a man. And that man is Hammond. Everyone in the Ark knows Hammond, respects him. He's our lead, gearhead, going farther into the zone than anybody else, bringing back the machines that help us survive. He knows how to keep those machines running, how to fix them when they fall apart. Hammond keeps the Ark's heart beating. The Elder says 3 nights ago Hammond took his team of stalkers and headed north, not telling anyone why. They haven't come back. I've never seen the Elder this shaken before. It scares me. He tells us Hammond has a remote cabin in the north that could yield some clues to his location. Me and Dux never patrolled that far before, but the Elder says he has faith in us. He believes in us. So, this mission we accept. Go to Hammond's cabin, search for clues, then find Hammond and bring him back alive. The fate of the Ark depends on it.
So we got to go find Hammond. If you guys noticed at the beginning of the game, we were on a quest to find scrap so Hammond could fix a water pump. And we got the scrap, but we got no Hammond. So the water pump is going to remain broken. And the longer we wait, the more things are going to break down in the Ark. And if we can't find a Hammond or a Hammond replacement, then the Ark is just going to fall apart. So that's our main mission. Find Hammond. Fix the Ark. Keep all the good people alive. Before we do that, though, let's take a little tour of the Ark. There's only 4 places we can go within the Ark. This is the Elder. We can visit the Elder. Iridia Shop. This is the shop. Prip's Place, which is the bar. And Delta's Fix Pit. So the bar, let's go to Prip's first. The bar, you're thinking, what can you do at the bar?
You know you can always come to Prip's for some high-quality grog. You want to get loaded? Order a shot. No butane, no bleach, only natural ingredients. I also dabble in a little, antiquity trading. So if you find any cool artifacts out in the wasteland, bring them to me and I might give you something in return. Comprende?
And we do have an artifact, as a matter of fact, my good man. So with the artifacts that we find, we can get stuff from Prip here. So we have one artifact. We can get the Tough Guy, extend crew bleed out time by 2 turns. This is nice because when one of your enemies gets, or when one of your comrades, one of your allies gets downed in battle, they will bleed out, which means that you have a limited amount of turns in order to revive them. This will extend that. Right here, we got our Mule, unlocks an extra grenade slot per crew member, and then we've got the Deal Maker, grants 20% discount in Iridia Shop. This one is actually pretty good, because Iridia Shop, things are pretty spendy, and like I said, scrap is a finite resource. You're not going to, like, earn scrap every time you fight an enemy. It's not like a traditional RPG, where every fight you gain gold. So, I'm going to want a discount. I'm going to want to make things cheaper. That isn't to say I won't gain things from killing enemies. It's just that enemies are finite too. You don't have random encounters. So you can't just farm scrap. So I'm going to buy the sell. These things I can avoid. I can avoid having people knocked out, hopefully. I can avoid having to use extra grenades, but having a sale item would be nice. What else can we unlock though? Pyromania adds 1 fire damage to Molotovs per turn. That's also pretty good. Medkit, this is awesome. Improves medkits by 3 HP. This one right here, Blastmaster, increases... These are all good. Increased grenade damage by 4. Additional 10% crit chance against mechanical enemies. Mechanical enemies later on, they're the worst. That's pretty great. Zapper, extended EMP grenade effect by 1 turn. That is also amazing. These are all great. Increased 1 weapon damage. And then finally, additional 10% crit chance against living creatures. So these are all things that we'll be able to unlock the more artifacts that we find. But since we don't have any more artifacts,
Till next time.
Let's boogie on to the next location. Let's go to Delta's Fix Pit.
Want to know how this goes down? For the right price, I fix and upgrade your shitty gear. Any questions?
No questions. Thanks, Delta. Okay, so we've got the Stinger, we've got the crossbow, we've got the Stinger now. I can dismantle this stuff, but I don't think I could dismantle if it's equipped. I cannot. These things are currently equipped. The Scattergun, though, ain't equipped. I can go ahead and dismantle that. And now that I have 37 weapon parts, I can upgrade a weapon. Which one should I upgrade, though? That's the question. Right now, the Gaper has 6 damage, 7 crit, 5% crit chance, 2 ammo. If I upgrade the crossbow, which has pretty weak damage, actually, it's at level 1 right now. If I up it to level 2, that's 5 damage and 6 crit damage, which is better. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to upgrade my crossbow. And I can also equip weapon mods, right? We found a couple weapon mods. I found this attachment, which is going to give my crossbow range. I'm going to give that to you. And if I go back, a damage module, I have the chance to light fools on fire. I'm also going to equip that. Those are the only 2 weapon mods I have at the moment. Once I find other weapon mods, we'll attach them to the Gaper or some other gun
Keep your head
for Borman.
on.
So that's pretty much what we can do there. Disassemble weapons, get weapon parts, use those weapon parts to upgrade our guns, and then also equip mods. Last stop, Iridia Shop.
You know the drill. Stalkers want gear that keeps them alive. I, Iridia, provide the gear. See anything you like, just let me know. There is one rule. Don't ever pull my chain. If you pull my chain, I'll feed your ding-dongs to a zone wolf. Got
Bam!
that? Beautiful.
Don't be feeding my ding-dongs to the zone wolves. I love ding-dongs. They're delicious. I want them all for me. Little chocolate brownies covered in chocolate and stuffed with frosting. It's delicious. Don't do nothing to my ding-dongs. So, here we can shop. Crappy thing is we can't sell items. I really wish you can sell items in this game because scrap is kind of hard to come by. But here's where we can buy stuff. We can buy grenades, Molotovs, smoke bombs, medkits. Very important to buy medkits. I'm not going to buy any now because I have 3, but you'll want medkits. We have a pipe gun, and then we have weapons mods. I can buy another ancient site too. She'll also unlock other items that you can buy later on too. But for now, we don't need to buy anything. I'm gonna mosey. I just wanted to show you guys what this place was like. All right, and you know, looking at the time, I think that we're gonna do one more quest, and then we'll probably call it an end to the episode. So let's go ahead and hit the zone. So we got Hammond's cabin. That's the next place that's been unlocked. And you can tell that this is the place that was actually locked last time. We couldn't get there, right? There was that fence, but now it's unlocked. We've got the zone key. Now, I could go to the outskirts and then go through the outskirts to Hammond's place, but since it's already unlocked on the map, I can just fast travel there. And that's what's really nice about this game is you can just fast travel to these areas. You don't need to backtrack. Okay, we're in the new area now. At Hammond's cabin.
Thanks for signing me up back there, you crazy pig. Yes, Mr. Elder. Sign us up for a suicide mission, Mr. Elder. Did you forget there's like a cajillion ghouls out here who want to kill us?
Nobody gets to kill you but me now. Shut the duck up and keep moving.
Shut the duck up.
Ain't no happy ending in this story.
Stalkers don't get happy endings. We get each other. So watch my back.
Duck is like the version of Frack. Duck is to this game as Frack was to Battlestar Galactica. And you know what? I'm completely on board with that. I'm going to start using that in my everyday language. I mean, my phone has already taught me that I didn't mean to use the F word. I meant to say duck, right? You know how it goes. Every time you try to type in what the F, what does it autocorrect to? What the duck? They were just ahead of their time. They knew that eventually Mutant Year Zero would come along, and what the duck would be the new swear du jour. So there was an enemy back there, right? We saw that enemy. I'm not blind. That was a zone dog. We're going to go back there and try to fight that zone dog. I'm going to go ahead and let Dux take the lead here. Now that Dux has increased range, I was going to say weapon damage. My mind couldn't decide, do you want to say weapon damage or do you want to say range? And it sort of split the difference. My gun has increased range and weapon damage now. So I'm going to... It has 10 HP, though, which means that
campsites always get my
I'm probably going to need to hit with both of my enemies here.
All full of ghosts, shivering in the cold.
I'm going to have to hit with both Dux and Borman. But you know what? I don't think there's any other enemies around, so I think that's okay. Hopefully there aren't any other enemies in the area that will hear me. So I'm going to go ahead and shoot. If I crit, I'll do an additional 2 damage. Let's see if I can.
Hi there.
I didn't, but I did light him on fire. So with the zone dog lit on fire, you can see above the zone dog's name, it has a 4 and a flame icon, which means that for the next 4 turns, it will take 1 damage every turn. So if we just let things play out and did no damage to the zone dog, it will have 1 HP done or left by the end of this fight. But since I can attack the zone dog, I'm going to attack the zone dog. And I can probably move a little bit closer and have a better chance of hitting. Oh, yeah. 100% chance right there. There we go. That's where I'll move then. I'll move right here. The question is the Gaper going to be so loud that I'm going to notify other enemies in the area?
Got you.
Let's find out. Anybody hear that? No, we're still in the clear. Fantastic. And we did level up again. So dumb zone dogs don't drop items, which bums me out. If you kill enemies, human enemies, or even robot enemies, if you kill any enemies that aren't animals, let's put it that way. Well, I don't want to put it that way because the ghouls, they're kind of animals. If you kill enemies that aren't zone dogs, there we go, then you'll get items. But as far as I can tell, I haven't found a single zone dog yet that actually drops items. But I did just see a zone dog over here, so I'm going to creep in and hopefully take out this zone dog. Here we go. I'm going to let it come to me because this is a big old empty area over here. And I know that if I kill this zone dog back there, chances are no one's going to hear me do it. Come on, zone dog. Where are you going? Come play with me and Dux. You're going far. I don't like how far away you're going. I feel like you're leading me into a trap. Ooh, there's something sparkling over here. It's a fire? Oh, you know what it's doing? I think it's coming back around to where the other zone dog just was, which is actually fine. Okay, that means this area is safe and I can take it out. All right, ducks. What's your shoot percentage? 75% chance with a 20% chance to crit. Oh, you know what I could do, actually, is I could probably move a little bit closer and then do Skullsplitter. So let's try that, actually. If I were to move closer to you, like say... And it's going to alert you, sure, that's fine. It can be alerted, because there's no other enemies aside from this zone dog, so I don't really mind alerting this zone dog. But now that I'm nice and close, my hit percentage is 100%, which means that if I do this, I have a 100% chance to crit, right? But it's going to subtract a 25% hit chance, which is only going to drop me down to 75%. So, 100% chance to crit, 75% chance to hit. That's pretty good. And it says some mutations locked once used and require a set number of enemies to kill to unlock. Which just means basically, I fire, I crit, and now I have to kill, I think, 2 enemies in order to unlock that mutation once again. Alright, Borman, finish this guy off. Borman finishes the job.
Enough.
Got that right.
And we're still undercover. Fantastic. It's actually 3 kills. You can see underneath Duck's portrait there in the top left, there's 3 skulls. That means that I need to kill 3 enemies. Only 2 now, because we've killed that 1 dog. But after 2 more kills,
regroup.
I'll be able to unlock Skullsplitter once again. Alright, now that we've killed those guys, they're out of the way. I'm just going to peek around real quick and see, is there anything that I missed? Did I come down these stairs, or did I? Yeah, I came from that direction. We don't need to go back that way. Now we can go this way. And what do we have over here?
Good
we have...
news is we reached Hammond's cabin. Bad
Hammond's
news is
cabin.
There's 2 friggin' ghouls casing the joint.
We takes everything, but there are no secrets. Where are the secrets?
Alright, 2 ghouls casing the joint.
And squeeze the secrets.
1 marauder.
Hammond will tell
That-
us what the junk is for.
The junk is for us. All of it.
Actually, I could kill that marauder pretty easily. And I'm going to. Whoa, 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 watch out. Here's a little tip. I thought that if any of my crew were in their red circle, that they'd be caught, right? But actually, it's only the character that you're controlling. There have been times like right now. See, watch. I'm going to let, look at that. Look at that. Borman, all up in their red circle. This guy is still aloof. So, just a little, it's a useful tip. Don't panic if you think that one of your crew is going to get enveloped by the notice circle, the view circle. They'll be safe as long as you're not controlling them. All right, so I can kill this marauder. I have a 75% chance of killing them. I tell you what, I better kill them. Good. I did kill them.
Oh, I'm so good.
So now that I killed that marauder, now there's only 2 people for me to take out, right? There's 1 guy inside of Hammond's cabin, and then there's 1 guy up here. So let me tell you something about this guy up here. This is a level 5 shaman with 10 HP. I feel pretty confident that we can take them out, but if you can, always take out the shamans first. Because the thing that the shaman does is it calls for backup. So if you don't kill him in the first turn, it'll call for backup. So we're going to take him out real quick. And have I unlocked Skullsplitter again? I have. So, you know, I could cruise in closer and do Skullsplitter, but you know what? We'll leave him with 5 HP, and that's enough to actually
I did that. What do you
let
think about
Borman
that,
kill him.
huh?
Borman's weapon. Oh, and I critted anyway. And I critted anyway, so that is just fabulous. Okay, 75% chance to kill this guy. I'm going to move a little closer and make that 100% because I don't want to chance this guy surviving. And of course, after I kill this guy, that gaper is going to be so loud, it's going to notify the guy in the shed,
Man,
but
that was my shot.
that's okay. Because now we're down to 1 enemy. He's going to run outside, say, oh, what the hell's going on? And it's a hunter, which means that he's definitely going to hit us. But not if I can take him out first. So I'm going to put Ducks. Oh, Ducks needs to reload. Okay. And Ducks, you can hit from here. 50% chance. You have half a chance of hitting. Okay, good. Half a chance is good enough. And then we can have Borman flank. Flank over here, Borman. That's a 100% chance to hit. That's perfect. And that should be it. Easy peasy. We're wrapping these fights up, no problem. And this is a lot easier playing this second time through. The first time I played, there was a lot of trial and error. Noatan EMP 30, 1 additional crit damage, pretty good, and plus 20% chance to disable robotic enemies. So this would be actually a pretty good mod to equip with Dux, because if I can increase his crit, that coupled with Skullsplitter would be pretty good. Ooh, a Far Looker. It's an artifact. This tube-like object gives its users the ability to view distant objects up close. Might also come in handy as a weapon if you get into a tight spot. All right, so we've got another artifact that we can give to Prip. And let's go inside and see what's going on in Hammond's place, shall we? Take the broken electronics, and what is this? A pile of notes.
Zone ghouls stripped this cabin clean. Almost everything useful was gone. But it's a good thing ghouls can't read. They ignored the diary hidden inside Hammond's desk. Me and Dux aren't big readers either. But we look for answers in the diary. And all we get is more questions. Hammond writes how he found the crashed machine near his cabin. He's convinced the machine was sent as a message from a mythical place beyond the zone called Eden, where everybody's happy and safe. When Hammond sees another machine fall north of here, he takes his stalker crew up there to find it. I close the diary. Here's the problem. Eden's a fairy tale. Some bedtime story mutants believe in, so they can get to sleep at night. So either Hammond is onto something, or his brain's got the rot, and he's about to kill a bunch of good stalkers. Guess we gotta find out. Me and Dux have to go north. Farther from home than we've ever been. It's dangerous. Dux thinks I'm crazy to press on. I don't disagree with him.
So Hammond has gone missing, gone north, trying to find a place called Eden, and he's either gone crazy or he's found some really compelling evidence that Eden exists.
Come on.
It's one or the other. Either way, Dux and Borman are heading north to go try to solve this mystery, and that is where I'm going to wrap up this first episode of Mutant Year Zero Road to Eden. You guys, I love this game. So much so that I put 3 hours into it and said, you know what? I'm going to re-record this series and actually try to do it somewhat good. And I'm still loving it. I'm still loving replaying it. I'm loving everything about it. Well, most of the things about it. The aesthetic, the storytelling, the voice acting, the environments, the graphics. There's a few things as far as combat goes that could probably be tweaked and polished up, quite honestly. But all things considered, this is an amazing game, and I hope you guys stick around and watch the episodes that are to come, because I am going to be releasing episodes every day until we beat this game, all right? So if you guys are enjoying it, and I really hope you guys are, be sure to give it a like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you got comments, feel free to leave them right down below. I'll read them once I get a chance. And come back next time. I'll see you guys then. Bye, everybody!
Hammond keeps the Ark's heart beating. The Elder says 3 nights ago, Hammond took his team of stalkers and headed north, not telling anyone why. They haven't come back. I've never seen the Elder this shaken before. It scares me.